Have you ever felt like your strength has simply run out and there's nothing left to give? Stay with me for a moment, because today we're going to discover why that tiredness isn't the end, but the beginning of something much bigger. You are not here by chance. This message is a clarity you needed to understand what is really happening in your life. What seems like an insurmountable obstacle today is, in reality, the ground where your new self is being forged. Stay with it and allow your heart to find the rest and direction it has been searching for. Often, we look in the mirror and see only the marks of exhaustion, the dark circles from a sleepless night, or the gaze of someone who feels lost. But have you ever stopped to consider who you truly are when the noise of the world fades away? You are not defined by your bills, the mistakes you made yesterday, or, least of all, the emptiness you feel today. It is essential that you understand that your value does not change because of your circumstances. Before you even open your eyes this morning, there was already a purpose surrounding you. Sometimes we convince ourselves that we're alone in the battle, but there's a silent force that has been supporting your steps even when your knees were wobbly. It's funny how harshly we judge ourselves. You tell yourself you're weak because you stumbled, but what I see is someone who, despite the fall, decided to get back up once again. Your ability to continue is the clearest proof that there is something extraordinary operating within you. Have you ever wondered why you keep going despite everything? It's not just willpower. It's because there's a source of peace and strength that fills you when you think you have no energy left. You've been using your moments of crisis as evidence of failure. But what if you saw them as a warrior's training? True courage isn't the absence of doubt, but the decision to trust when everything seems shrouded in darkness. This is the time to stop measuring your progress by how you feel emotionally. Emotions are like the weather. They're constantly changing. One day you feel capable of conquering the world, and the next you feel like the world is conquering you. But the truth of your growth doesn't depend on your mood. You are moving forward. You are maturing in areas you can't even see yet. That weight you carry on your shoulders, which seems like an unfair burden, is developing resilience within you that will be vital for what comes next. Your current processes are not meant to destroy you, but to reveal what you are truly made of. Sometimes the path becomes narrow and difficult, not because you've taken the wrong direction, but because you're being prepared for a higher altitude. Easy paths don't build character, nor do they create the wisdom needed to guide others. You're in a period of profound transformation, where your essence is being refined and your faith in the unseen is being strengthened. Sometimes, life takes away what we used to rely on so we can discover that our true foundation is much deeper. In the midst of uncertainty, it's natural to doubt, but I want you to know that when everything seems to be falling apart, it's actually rearranging itself. You don't need to feel strong to move forward. You just need to take the next step, knowing that you're not walking alone. The goal is much closer than your physical eyes can perceive at this moment. We often ask for clarity, a change of direction, or an answer, and we despair because we don't see immediate results. However, you must understand that the most important transformations happen first within you, in that spiritual silence where true peace is born. Everything that has been denied you, every door that slammed shut, and every delay that caused you frustration, have actually been invisible protections. Every ending you have experienced has not been a loss, but the necessary space for a new beginning. Even on nights when you felt the weight of the world was too much, there was a force that allowed you to reach the dawn. If you are hearing this today, it is because that resilience didn't come from within you alone. It has been a gift of grace that has kept you standing. Your perception may be limited, but the faithfulness from above is constant and unchanging. It doesn't depend on what you feel, but on a promise of well-being already laid out for your life. Write in the comments, "I accept my transformation." If you feel that today is the day to let go of the past, it's time to stop being a hostage to regret. We often punish ourselves by replaying yesterday's mistakes over and over, thinking we've ruined our destiny. But the truth is, your path isn't limited by your stumbles. No wrong decision can negate the greater purpose for which you were created. Stop carrying the guilt and shame for things that are in the past. Forgiveness has already been granted. Now it's up to you to accept it and move forward. Nothing you have done can destroy the plan of fulfillment that awaits you. When you felt your composure slipping away, a whisper of peace held your thoughts. When you thought your heart couldn't endure, a rhythm kept it beating. That constant presence hasn't left you for a single second, whether you could feel it or not. You are being empowered to face what you once thought impossible, and very soon you will clearly see why every battle was necessary to make you the person you are today. If this message is resonating in your heart and bringing you the peace you needed, I invite you to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Share this reflection with someone who needs to be reminded of their worth today. And don't forget to leave a comment with your own experience of faith. Your interaction helps this light reach more people who are searching for hope. Sometimes, our own minds play tricks on us, reminding us of past mistakes to convince us that we are no longer worthy of good things. But true peace doesn't just cover your past. It transforms it. Those moments that shame you the most are, in reality, the ones that will become part of your most powerful testimony. What was once a wound becomes a light that can guide someone walking in the same darkness you once inhabited. In the order of life, nothing is wasted. Every broken piece is necessary to create a perfect mosaic. We are in a constant process of restoration. The fragments of what you thought was lost are being taken to build a new and more resilient beauty. What was once despair is now becoming a solid hope. Even if you can't see it clearly right now, every difficult situation is being used for your well-being. What seemed destined to hold you back is actually propelling you to develop an authority and wisdom you would never have attained in comfort. You're not just overcoming a stage. You're being elevated to a new level of awareness and purpose. This isn't simply the end of a difficult season. It's the launch into a phase of expansion and fulfillment. However, to get there, it's vital that you keep walking, even when the path seems blurred. Trusting means putting one foot in front of the other when logic tells you to stop. It means speaking words of life and well-being about yourself, especially when your surroundings feel bleak. Choosing faith over fear is the bravest decision you can make today. I know there are days when exhaustion seems to win, but the light of dawn is much closer than you imagine. You won't achieve this through your own strength alone, but through that vital energy that flows within you and makes you capable of the impossible. You are far more resilient than you give yourself credit for. The fact that you are still here, listening, searching, and believing is irrefutable proof that your purpose is still alive. The best part of your story isn't in yesterday, but in what you're about to experience. Stay firm in your position of peace. You are about to see unexpected opportunities unfold and the right connections for your growth emerge. Things you considered permanent will begin to heal, and what you thought was lost will be restored in ways that will leave you amazed. Every small act of perseverance, every moment you chose calm over panic, is accumulating a positive outcome that will soon manifest. Your silent actions are preparing a harvest that everyone will notice. Even if you feel your efforts go unseen, every prayer and every decision not to give up is making a real difference. The seed you planted in the privacy of your personal effort is about to bloom. Your determination has been noticed, and the integrity with which you walk when no one is watching is about to be honored with renewed clarity and joy. Your perseverance has not gone unnoticed. We often think that if no one congratulates us or if we don't see an immediate result, our effort is worthless. But the reality is that every step you take in accordance with your inner peace is recorded in the very essence of life. You are recognized not for what you achieve, but for who you are. You are not someone trying to survive on your own, nor someone begging for a little happiness. You are a loved and deeply valued person. You don't have to act or prove anything to be worthy of peace and wisdom. Sometimes you carry burdens that were never yours to bear. You try to work out every detail on your own, wear yourself down with a willpower that has its limits. I invite you to let go of that need to have everything under control, especially when you feel like everything inside is falling apart. You are not alone in this. By sharing your journey with that higher power, what once seemed like an insurmountable mountain becomes a manageable path. What was crushing begins to feel light. True strength is not about carrying everything, but about having the wisdom to let go of what is not yours to bear. Compassion for your own process is essential. You're not judged for your moments of weakness. Rather, your ability to keep going is celebrated. Every time you choose calm over panic or gratitude over despair, you're winning an internal battle. Those are the moments that truly matter. I know how hard it is to keep your mind balanced when emotions or external circumstances scream otherwise. That decision not to give up, even when you feel fragile, is the purest form of courage. Holding fast to hope is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate expression of spiritual wisdom. By standing firm in your values and your faith, you ensure that nothing can derail you from your purpose. There are promises of well-being for your future that remain unchanged, no matter how difficult the season you are going through may have been. The plans for abundance in your life are not canceled by mistakes made along the way, nor are they revoked by any delays you may have experienced. What has begun in you as a desire for good will come to its full realization. Rest assured that the processes you begin with integrity will not be left unfinished. Everything you are experiencing now will surpass your expectations in the end. It will manifest itself so clearly that there will be no doubt that a higher power was guiding you. Your story is not just for you. It is a message of hope that others will read tomorrow. Write in the comments, "I trust my process," to seal this intention of peace in your heart. Your personal authority and the confidence with which you will walk in the future are being forged right now. In the midst of this trial, you are writing a testament to resilience that will serve as a light for many others who feel lost today. Do not underestimate these moments of struggle, because in them you are building the person capable of holding the great blessings that are yet to come. This is where you are learning to trust the wisdom of life. Even when your eyes cannot see the horizon, that strength you now feel growing is being honed precisely in your moments of greatest vulnerability. There is a silent preparation, a process happening deep within your being, where no one else can see. When the time comes to step into the fullness of your purpose, you will be ready. Not because you rely solely on your own abilities, but because you have understood that there is a higher guidance equipping you. You will know who you really are and understand that each private battle gave you the authority to help others in public. You will discover that the tears you shed in solitude have transformed into a river of healing for those around you. That pain you endured with dignity has become the foundation from which your well-being will manifest. Nothing you have experienced has been in vain. Each experience has been a stepping stone in this process of growth that guides you toward the brightest moments in your future. When you see how each piece of your story fits together, you'll be grateful you didn't give up. You'll feel profound joy for having held fast to your values and your faith, even when the path was painful or seemed pointless. Therefore, I ask you not to give up now that you are so close. Don't lose hope when the answer is just around the corner. Victory over your own doubts is within your grasp. A path is opening up where you once saw insurmountable walls. Situations that seem stagnant are receiving a new lease of life. Doors that have been closed for years are opening, and the voices that tormented you are being silenced. Progress in your life is accelerating. Everything that held you captive in fear or insecurity is breaking down right now. But to receive this abundance, you need to align yourself with it. Every time you choose hope over despair, you create the space for the promises of well-being to manifest. Your faith is not passive. It is an active and powerful force shaping your destiny. You're not just surviving the storm. You're conquering new territory within yourself. When you achieve this personal breakthrough, you won't be alone. You'll inspire others to seek their own freedom. Your healing will be a mirror in which others see theirs. Often, the resistance you feel is proportional to the impact you are destined to have. If the battle has been intense, it is because your light has the potential to dispel much darkness and break chains of sadness in the lives of many people. Every attempt to discourage you has only served to demonstrate that you have a strength that does not break easily. Perhaps you felt attacks on your peace of mind or your relationships, attempts to wear you down and make you give up. But what was overlooked was the grace that sustains you and the love that anchors you. These attempts to stop you are losing their effectiveness because you've made the unwavering decision to trust in what is good. You are demonstrating a resilience that transcends any external obstacle. You have made an unwavering decision in your heart. You will not relinquish your peace. You will not give up on your well-being, and you will not succumb to discouragement. This determination has unleashed an inner strength that is working in your favor in ways you cannot yet imagine. Although your physical eyes may not see the immediate change, on the unseen plane, things are already shifting. Obstacles that seemed insurmountable are losing their power, and the path before you is clearing. The groundwork is being laid for you to walk safely towards your true fulfillment. That which was blocking your progress is being removed, not through exhausting human effort, but because life itself is clearing a path for you. You don't need to be the most cunning or the strongest to force a way out. You simply need to trust that the path is being smoothed. You have spent too much time trying to calculate each step, strategizing, and analyzing logic that only causes you anxiety. Today, the invitation is to release that need for absolute control. Stop trying to force doors that aren't ready, and let your inner guide lead you down new paths. I assure you that you will be led to places you never imagined and through opportunities you didn't even know existed. Logic and reason have their limits, but spiritual wisdom operates in a realm where the impossible becomes commonplace. You are about to experience solutions that defy all rational explanation, moments when you will only be able to recognize that there was a higher power supporting you. Write in the comments, I trust in higher guidance, to activate that peace in your life today. Your only responsibility now is to stay connected to that source of tranquility and listen to your intuition. If you feel you need to move, do so. If you feel it's time to wait, do so calmly. Your job isn't to force everything to happen, but to flow with the current of well-being. Those who trust sincerely are never disappointed or left to their own devices. You will overcome the stage, and you will see the light on the other side of this challenge. You will emerge from this period of introspection and struggle with renewed clarity. You will break down the mental barriers that limited you and complete this journey toward your best self. Everything promised to you in the silence of your faith will manifest in your reality. And when you are on the other side, looking back, you'll be amazed at the faithfulness with which you were protected. You'll be amazed at how every detail fell perfectly into place for your benefit. You will feel grateful for the patience you had with yourself and for the peace that never left you. You will discover a depth of gratitude you've never experienced before, a passion for life born from overcoming what seemed insurmountable. Your story is moving from resistance to victory, and every step you take today is proof that the best is already happening. There will come a point on your journey where you will know, without a shadow of a doubt, that every step you took forward was guided by an unseen hand. That profound surrender is what truly matters. It is a relationship being built in the silence of your heart. When the distractions of the world fade away, you discover that true fulfillment depends not on what you possess, but on that unchanging connection that never leaves you. The peace that surpasses all understanding appears when you realize that you already have everything you need within yourself. Sometimes, life allows periods where it seems to take away what we thought was essential, only for us to discover that our essence remains intact. You are not designed to live in a state of constant stress or exhausting effort. Your true purpose is to experience an abundant life, but that abundance is found in the calm of your spirit, not in your external circumstances. I'm not looking for excuses to leave you alone. I'm committed to your well-being until the end. I walk beside you through every valley and every dark night, ensuring you emerge from each trial with inner victory. You are not a victim of what happens. You're someone learning to overcome it with authority. You are in a position of honor and favor. Even if you feel forgotten today, you are part of something much greater, and nothing can break the bond of love that unites us. Write in the comments, I am light on my path, to reaffirm your strength today. Don't let discouragement take root. I am in control of the processes you don't understand, and I am working to transform everything that seems like a mistake today into a lesson in wisdom. I am redeeming every wrong decision from the past and restoring the time you felt was lost. What's coming for you will be far brighter than what you're leaving behind. The most beautiful chapters of your story are being written right now. The deepest joy and the boldest faith are on their way. They are already part of your preparation. I know that when you look at your current situation, you feel frustrated because it doesn't align with your dreams. But what you see today isn't a finished product. You're halfway through the process, and the halfway point is always where the tension is strongest and doubts whisper that nothing will work out. However, the one who began this work of good in you will not leave it unfinished. Visions are not given to leave people stranded in the desert. I will fulfill every intention of peace I have placed in your soul. I will strengthen you when weariness sets in and remind you of your abilities when you begin to forget them. I will instill hope in your heart when despair tries to enter, and be the light that dispels the darkness when you feel you cannot see the next step. The day will come when you look back on this very moment and realize that this is where everything began to change. This season isn't a standstill. It's a solid foundation upon which your destiny is being built. What you feel as a challenge today is actually the process that is refining you, like fire transforming metal into a precious jewel. This time of introspection is preparing you for fulfillment that awaits you in the future. Even when you feel like nothing is moving, you keep moving towards your purpose. Every time you choose to stay calm and trust your intuition, you take a step closer to the life you dream of. Every decision to act with integrity, even when no one is watching, paves the way for peace to flow powerfully into your reality. Don't underestimate the importance of consistency in the small things. Faithfulness in everyday details is what empowers you to handle the great responsibilities that lie ahead. The pressure you feel today is not a limit. It is the force that is transforming you into a masterpiece. Sometimes life prunes us, not to hurt us, but so we can grow stronger and bear better fruit. If you feel the burden is heavy, it's because you're developing the necessary resilience for what's to come. I can't entrust great missions to those who haven't strengthened their character through self-improvement. That's why this time of preparation is a gift, even though it may seem like a trial by fire right now. Write in the comments, "I'm preparing for the best." If you're ready to embrace your next chapter, understand that the delay you perceive is not life forgetting you. It is a time you need to mature and be able to manage with wisdom and humility the blessings that are about to manifest. I am equipping you, positioning you to rise, not to hold you back. When the process feels difficult, remember that what has happened within you is priceless. You're not going through this without a reason. Every effort has a purpose for well-being. On the other side of this learning stage, profound satisfaction and fulfillment of your deepest desires await you. Every moment of perseverance will be worthwhile. Trust the natural rhythm of your growth. Trust the plan unfolding before you. And above all, trust the goodness that guides your heart. Even when logic cannot explain what is happening, maintain your faith that everything is working for your highest good. Even in those moments when you can feel nothing but uncertainty, or when the noise around you seems to push you toward panic, I ask you to remain calm. All that is required of you is that serene confidence. Life will take care of the rest. There is potential within you that you have not yet fully discovered, and blessings awaiting you that you have not even begun to imagine. There are doors waiting to open that you cannot see today, but that are already marked in your destiny. Connections are in place to propel you forward, and resources of peace are ready to be delivered at the perfect moment. Everything you've been waiting for is on its way. It's part of the natural order of your life. Don't stop just before you see the results. Don't give up when you're about to experience the fulfillment you've been seeking. You're closer than you think. You are on the threshold of a new season of well-being and clarity. Now is not the time to retreat. Keep moving forward. Keep believing in your own abilities and keep hope alive. Sometimes, the greatest mental resistance appears just before a major breakthrough. It is in that final stretch, in that last internal battle against doubt, that your access to a higher level of authority and peace is defined. Don't let pressure make you give up on what is rightfully yours. Write in the comments, "I deserve the best," to reaffirm your worth in the face of any doubt. Stay strong. You will overcome every mental and emotional obstacle because you are courageous and resilient. Nothing will stop the manifestation of what has been promised to you in the silence of your spirit. In the end, you will be deeply grateful for having had the discipline to persevere. Your story of overcoming adversity will be proof that perseverance and integrity always bear fruit. Your future is secured by the strength of your purpose and the immutability of your courage. The atmosphere in your life is changing. The tide is turning in your favor. It's time to lift your head, straighten your shoulders, and take a deep breath. Dry your tears and begin speaking words of life about your situation. Declare your well-being, proclaim your peace, and move forward with the confidence that you do not walk alone. You are more powerful than the world has led you to believe so far. You will achieve it, not through selfish effort, but through the vital energy that flows through you. True courage is not the absence of fear. It is a decision to move forward despite it. It is the courage to get up when sadness tells you to stay down, and the determination to trust when logic offers no immediate answers. True courage doesn't always make noise. Sometimes it's that inner voice that tells you at the end of the day, "I'll try again tomorrow." It's the courage to believe when disappointment suggests that hope is an illusion, or to keep your heart open when pain pushes you to build walls of stone. That kind of courage is precious because it's born from the depths of your vulnerability, and that's exactly what I see in you today. Don't punish yourself for feeling fear. I'm proud that you keep walking despite it. Sometimes you think your prayers are weak or your faith uncertain. But to higher wisdom, every moment you choose to trust is a treasure. Do you know what true strength looks like? It looks like you right now, persevering when everything inside you feels like giving up. It looks like the mother who dries her tears to bring peace to her children, or the person who faces their responsibilities with integrity even if they don't know how to solve tomorrow's challenges. Your strength is not just yours. It is multiplied by the infinite energy of life. Even when you felt alone, there was a grace holding you up, an invisible shield surrounding you as you move forward. Stop for a moment and see how far you've come. Don't look at what's missing, but at what you've already overcome. Think about the person you were when you started this journey, and compare that to who you are today. You've survived, you've grown, and you've transformed. Write in the comments, I accept my inner strength, to acknowledge your progress today. At every crossroads, you made choices that changed your course. You could have chosen bitterness, but you chose understanding. You could have given up, but you decided to try one more time. Those choices are what have built the path of light you walk on now. I was there in every whisper of courage, giving you the push you needed when the hard road seemed like the only way out. Every time you said yes to hope, you moved mountains in the spiritual realm. I know that sometimes you look at others and compare your pace to theirs. You see people who seem to be moving faster or have a smoother path. But remember this, their journey is not yours. Your process is a perfect rhythm because your mission is unique. Don't get distracted by looking at other people's clocks. Your progress isn't delayed. It's being nurtured so that the satisfaction is complete and lasting. It's vital that you understand that what life is preparing for others isn't the same as what it's preparing for you. The depth of character forming within you requires a different kind of pressure, a maturation that can't be rushed. If you were to receive today what you so deeply desire, without having gone through the strengthening process, you might not have the necessary foundation to support it. Great heights require deep foundations. Your process is not a delay. It is a building of wisdom that will allow you to manage your future success. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's clock. Your journey is a unique design, tailored to who you are and the positive influence you'll have on the world. Even the detours and moments that seem painful today are perfectly orchestrated to get you to the right place at the right time. Soon, all the pieces of this puzzle will fall into place, and you'll see the confusion turn into clarity. Nothing in your life has been by chance. Every tear has been the watering for a harvest of joy that is already sprouting. Your pain has had a purpose, and your struggle has real importance. The prayers you offered in solitude have been building a testimony that will serve as a guide for others. Without realizing it, your decision not to give up has been a light that has illuminated the path for those who watch you from afar. Your perseverance is an example of faith that someone else needed to not abandon their own journey. Write in the comments, I trust my perfect timing to release the anxiety of comparison. Even though you may sometimes feel you're walking alone, you're not. I see the complete masterpiece, while you may only see isolated brushstrokes. I hear the whole symphony, while you perceive isolated notes that seem to lack harmony. But I assure you, everything is coming together. I ask you to keep walking out a conviction, not just because of what your eyes see today. True faith is believing in the possibility of the extraordinary, based on the strength of your spirit. Stand firm in your values because victory has already been declared over your life. What has been established as a purpose for good within you will manifest in your physical reality. It is only a matter of time, and that time is much closer than your weariness allows you to see. Don't give up now, not after having invested so much effort and overcome so many obstacles. You've come too far to be defeated now that the goal is in sight. You have overcome challenges that would have stopped anyone, and that has given you a resilience that no one can take away. Very soon, when you are on the other side of the stage, holding the fruits of your perseverance and walking in the peace you so long for, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that every tear and every moment of struggle was worth it. Every hour of confusion and every day of waiting has been invaluable. Today I want you to hear this with absolute clarity. Your perseverance fills me with pride. There is no disappointment in my gaze upon you, nor frustration at your doubts. What I see is a courageous being who, despite the exhaustion, chose not to relinquish their true self. You have achieved far more than your senses can measure, and have grown in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Your faithfulness in moments of silence is what positions you today for an unprecedented spiritual reward. The moment is approaching when your integrity will be evident to all those who once doubted your abilities. You will become a living testament to well-being, proof that what seemed impossible becomes reality for those who keep their faith alive. Your life will be a clear sign declaring the power of perseverance and unconditional love. Everyone who learns about your path will find the encouragement they need to face their own challenges. Don't hide your scars. They are the map to your victory and the key to freeing others. When you're enjoying this new, fulfilling phase, share your story honestly. Don't erase the difficult parts or pretend the path was easy. Tell them the truth. Tell them about the nights of doubt and the moments when you wanted to give up, because it's there, in the honesty of your struggle, that others will find the strength to believe they can achieve it too. If peace has come to your life, it will come to the life of anyone who decides, like you, not to surrender. Write in the comments, "I receive my victory with gratitude," to seal this cycle of blessing. Your story isn't just yours. It's a tale of how light can manifest through human will. In the end, it's not about seeking personal merit, but about recognizing that higher guidance that brought you here. So, with your head held high and your heart at peace, exhale your fear and allow my tranquility to wash over you. Inhale the strength I give you today, and let hope be the ultimate anchor of your soul. You have never been alone, and you never will be. You walk in absolute victory. If this message has resonated deep within you, share it with someone who needs to be reminded of their worth today. Your path to fulfillment is clear, and what was once a dream is now becoming your reality. Always remember, you are welcome, you are loved, chosen, and fully capable of fulfilling the purpose of well-being that resides in your heart. The best is not only yet to come, but it is already beginning to manifest in your life. Stay close, stay victorious.